Hey, what is up guys? It is Shootout 407. Today we're gonna do something new series for the channel. I just decided to put Madden in for the background because these were two pretty decent games. But we're gonna talk about sports. And the first team we're gonna talk about is Philadelphia Flyers. They got a record of 29, 29, and 16. So they're not having that good of a year. They're definitely not gonna make the playoffs by the looks of it. They're definitely done. They're not going to be in the playoffs. Their next game's Wednesday against Chicago Blackhawks in Philly. So if they're going to win that, they'll have a better chance because it's their home crowd. But their win leaders, Steve Mason, no surprise there because I really don't like Emery personally. I just don't think he's that good of a goalie. I'd rather have Rob Zepp as the backup. But Steve Mason having a pretty decent year if he could stay healthy. He didn't really have the defense or the offense, not so much the offense, but the defense in front of him. Because he played a lot of outstanding games that they just couldn't either score or the defense wasn't there towards the end. But he's got 14 wins, 2.28 goals against average. So overall, that's not too bad, 2 goals a game. You could expect to win games on 2 goals if your goalie lets up 2 goals. But Wayne Simmons is their point leader, or goal leader, not point leader. He's got 27 goals, so that's pretty good. You got Jake Voracek with 52 assists, so he's definitely leading their team in close to goals, but not completely. But he's doing pretty good on goals too. But he's got 52 assists. And he's got 21 goals on the season, so 73 points, leading the team, possibly. Then Nicholas Grossman's their best plus minus, with a +6 over grade, I guess. Which isn't that good if you're +6, because like Chicago's best is Jonathan Toews. He's +26, which is a lot better than Nicholas Grossman's +20 or +6. Then Zach Ronaldo, no surprise, is their penalty minutes leader with 98 penalty minutes, which, I don't have a problem with. He gives the team a little bit of spark. So, I mean, he definitely helps them get a little bit of game going. Wayne Simmons, he's got 27 goals, 22 assists, 49 points. That's not that bad of a season. He's having a pretty good season. Giroux, he's doing good too. He's got pretty good. He's got 67 points, 21 goals, and 46 assists. So he's definitely got them for goals too. Same amount as Voracek, and Voracek's got more assists obviously with 52, but Giroux's not that far behind with 46, so he's only 6 down. But still, 67 points isn't that bad of a season for Giroux or anyone really, considering Sidney Crosby's the top points leader with 74. Not that many people, if any, will break a 100-point list this year. But I think the Flyers need to get some defense if they want to have a chance to get back in the playoffs. But don't get me wrong, their defense didn't play horrendous this year, but I just don't think that it was as good as it should have been for them to be in a playoff spot. Because right now let's see, they're a few points out of a playoff spot, but it's definitely too late. They're 10 points out of a playoff spot, so it's definitely going to guarantee them out, as they only have 8 games left in the season. So they can only get 16 points, but that's with Boston having a lot of games left. So Boston's got 9 games left, so they can still get 18 points. But Philadelphia definitely needs to get a defenseman if they want to have a shot at the playoffs next year. I mean, they have some good guys in the minors, within Sam Moore and Gostisberg, I think you say his name, and another guy, I just can't think of his name. But their offense wasn't that much of a problem this year. For the most part, they were scoring, except for like those games when Mason will have like a shutout, but then they can't score, so it'll be like a shutout loss and a shootout. That happened not too long ago. I think it was against the Blues or Colorado. I can't remember who. But I think they need to get either a backup goalie or bring Rob Zepp into the backup spot because I don't think Emery's getting it done. I just don't think he's. I think he's done. I don't think he's that good. But I mean, overall, I mean they didn't have an awful season. 29, 29, and 16. But they definitely could have done better after not or after being in the playoff spot last year. But like you look at the teams ahead of them, you got like other teams improved. Like Florida jumped a long way from last year after they got Ekblad, and Ottawa has definitely jumped ahead with their good goaltending. And then the Devils aren't that far behind them. They're only a point behind, and they still have 10 games left. So if you look at the teams around them, it's not really where the Flyers should be. I think they definitely could be seventh or sixth for a playoff spot, maybe even fifth, right behind New York for the fourth playoff spot. But I just don't. They didn't have a good season. And some of that was injuries from Steve Mason to where Rob Zepp or Ray Emery would have to come in and play. So, injuries did play a little bit of a factor. But we definitely need a backup goalie, so that way we can compete if Steve Mason or whoever our goalie in the future is can have a break. So that way if he gets tired, we can rely on our backup goalie and not just have Ray Emery or Rob Zepp come in and play. I mean, they're not Rob Zepp's not too bad, but I'm just not that big of a fan on Ray Emery. I mean, I wasn't a fan on Emery when he was here the first time in Philly, even though he was hurt. I just didn't think he was that good. But yeah, we definitely need to get a defenseman and a backup goalie to compete for a playoff spot next year. If we do, I think we'll have a pretty good chance to have a spot in the playoffs next year. I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.